Pathfinders, how are you today? We're going to work on the laundry honor, and I'm going over a few things that you want to do or need to do before you start. One is you're going to want to print out the requirements, okay? And there is one sheet here that you're going to want to print out with the printed materials, and there's also a worksheet which has space for you to write your answers. So if you want to print that out, that might be fun too. So let's look at the questions. The ones that you want to pay attention to is the last two. The last two require you to do something, and one of them takes a whole week. So you can start this honor now, but it's going to take a week to finish. So you have to work out with your director how you're going to do that, how that finish is going to be. It's not hard. Most directors just require your parents to sign off that you did the activity at home. All right? So, first one. Why is it important to read the labels in a garment before laundering them? Well, what labels? Well, let's look at some garments and see. Here is a shirt. It's brand new. Has a price tag on it. That's not what they're talking about. Has a manufacturer on here. That's not what they're talking about. Now, inside the shirt, there's a manufacturer, but there's this tag hanging down here. On the front of it, it tells the size. It has on here the kind of fiber content it has. That's not what they're talking about either. They're talking about the back. Let me show you the back. I come up here. I think. Yeah, you could see that, I think. Can you see that? There are 4 symbols there. That's what they're talking about. So, let's look at those symbols. The very first one, look at that. See, it has a tub with a dot in it. Here you can see it a little better. It has 4 symbols. The first one is a tub with single dot, machine wash cold water. Next one's triangle with 2 lines. That's no chlorine bleach. The next one is a square with 1 dot, a circle and a dot, and that one is tumble dry low. The last one's an iron with 2 dots, which means a low iron. In many cases, they'll give you the symbols and the verbiage in English, and sometimes in Spanish, sometimes in French. But the symbols are universal. They're all over the world. So if you know your symbols, you know how to wash this. So this garment is washed in cold water, no chlorine bleach. You to dry it at a low temperature, and you can iron it if you want to at a medium temperature. That's how you care for this one. Let's look at another one. Okay. Now if we look at this one, there's no care instructions on the collar. So where are the care instructions? Well, you'll find them in here. Here they are. They're on the inside seam. Now, a lot of people are tempted to cut these off because they're annoying on the side. But if you cut this off, you don't know how to take care of this. And I'll remember, probably not. So I would leave them in. They're usually made out of a nice, shiny, slippery fabric, so they usually don't bother you too much. But if you look on one side, just like the other one, has the size and fiber content. But on the back side, this one has 3 symbols. The first one is a tub with 2 dots. That says at or below 40 degrees, which would make warm water. So the other one was 30 degrees, so cool water. This one here, this one was cool water. This one can be warm water. It has the same triangle with the 2 stripes. That's no chlorine bleach. We already looked at that. And it has the same, I think it's the same one as this one. The drier one, this one has low temperature, this one has medium temperature. So 2 garments, you'd think you just wash them together, but they have different care instructions. Does that matter? Let's see. Let's try some experiments to see if it matters. Okay, I've got here a white plate and a paper towel and a piece of cloth. Okay, I'm going to put this piece of cloth on here, and I'm going to pour a little water on it. Not too much, just get it to soak in. Let's soak it in nice. And I'm going to set it off to the side. Then I have another thing here. I have a little square. This square is 2 inches. I go to my ruler, it's a 2-inch square. And I've made a little cardboard that exactly matches my square. And I've made a bigger square that it fits within these green lines. If you see here, I have some lines. I don't know which will be easier for you to see, so I thought I'd try a couple techniques. Okay, this fabric here, well, this one here was cotton, and this one here is wool, like you'd find in a jacket or a skirt. Usually it's where you find wool. It's very soft, very nice, lovely fabric. I'm going to put it in here. This is warm water, and I'm going to start agitating it. Now, I'm agitating because that's what your washer does, right? Your washer goes and agitates things. So I'm going to hear it agitated and agitated. And I'm going to do this for a while. It's going to get boring. So I'm going to stop the camera and I'll be back in a little while. Okay, we're back. Now on the piece of wool, I agitated this for 5 minutes. This is the square that matched the size. Now look at it. See how much smaller it got? And it didn't get small evenly. It's smaller one direction than the other. So if you had a wool skirt and you washed it in the laundry, it wouldn't fit. Now, this has a name. Wool that this is done to is called felting, and that's a different honor. This is a little felt bean bag made out of old clothes that I've washed, tightened up the weave, turned it into felt, made a bean bag, which is, I think, kind of cute. But anyway. Now, let's look at the red piece of cotton fabric on my paper towel. Let's see what we have underneath. Can you see that? All that dye will end up in your laundry. Now, if you wash this red fabric with your white underwear, you will be the proud owner of pink underwear. Maybe not what you were going for. So, read the labels. The tags are there to help you, not there to annoy you as they scrape on your side. All right, so the question was, why is it important to read the label in a garment before laundering? I think you have enough information to be able to answer that. I'll be back in a minute.